Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm so excited to be testing out these new Covergirl products for you. I do only have 3 things to show you guys because the fourth one was the eyebrow product and my store was out. Don't really know how that's possible considering it's new. You would think there'd be an abundance of them, but I guess everybody wanted them. So I didn't have the option to show you guys that, but I do have a foundation, mascara, and some lip products that I'm currently wearing to show you guys. So if you want to know not only what products I used to get this look, but how I felt about them and my review on these new products by Covergirl, then stay tuned. I have already washed and moisturized and primed my face, and I used for the primer my Covergirl Outlast all day primer. It's not a new product, but I figured, hey, why not? We're gonna do a Covergirl video. Let's just stick with the theme here as close as we can. But the first product I will actually be testing for you guys is the new Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I did try to match my skin as much as possible, but it's just unstable right now. I don't really know why, but it is. Anyway, it does say that this is a lightweight full coverage makeup, and it hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20 vitamins and an antioxidant, and it is oil free. So for those of you who have oily skin, hopefully this will be a good product to try it out. And I do like that it has a pump. One thing I will say about drugstore products that a lot of the higher end products do not have is easy to use pumps like this. So you know what? Thanks Covergirl for making that easy. So I just squirt a little bit onto my hand here, and I think it might match. I think it'll work. We'll adjust if not. I'm just going to take my kabuki brush and apply it this way on one side, and I'm going to apply it with my sponge on the other side just to see how I like to apply the product and see how it varies versus one application method and another. So far I wouldn't honestly say it's full coverage. Maybe I didn't put enough on right away to get that full coverage, but it is blending okay with the brush. I'm having to go in and really kind of blend it out though, because it is kind of leaving streaks where you sometimes get with your brushes. You get those little streaks, but as I blend it in, it's smoothing out some, so it's not terrible with the brush. I think I got the color okay, so you know, at least there's that. I'm gonna take my L'Oreal sponge. If you guys can't already tell, this is one of my favorite sponges, and use that on the other side of my face to see how it applies in comparison. And I can already tell you, need more product. Let's get a little bit more on there. So my sponge is damp, so it is giving me a little glossiness at first. So we'll see how the difference is once it dries down a little bit. I think I got a little too damp. But as I apply a little bit more, the coverage seems to be okay. I think, and usually with brushes you have a little bit more control over your coverage, and I think this situation is no different. Just gonna keep blending it out. But as I look at the differences, ignoring just the glossiness because of the moisture from my sponge, it did seem to settle better. Sorry, I know I have my mirror in your face, but I'm just trying to give you guys a good idea of what I see. The coverage is better on the brush side, but it looks smoother on the sponge side. So I don't know which I like better. I think I like the brush side better just because it is more full coverage and it was a little bit more even. So I think I'm going to go back in with this kabuki brush. Sorry, my mind just kind of went blank even as I stared at it, and smooth it over. Overall, I mean, the color was a little bit dark for me. It's so hard to guess these days. The color was a little dark for me, but I will say I do like the coverage amount. I do think it is a decent amount of coverage for a drugstore product, and I do like the fact that it has the SPF in it. But again, I just want to go back over with the brush to see if I like the overall look better as I clean up the left side of my face. Because honestly, it's kind of distracting, the two differences, and it didn't really dry down all that much from a sponge. It does feel, to me, it's a little sticky, and I know a lot of liquid foundations are until you put your translucent powder on, but it's like really sticky. And that's not really a concept or an aspect, I think is the word I'm looking for, that I like, because to me, that makes me feel like if I push my hands on my face, my makeup's going to come off of my fingers, which actually it just kind of did. And I know I am going to have to give it some time to actually soak in, but it feels just a little bit heavy. And which is funny because it specifically says on the back of the bottle that it is a lightweight full coverage makeup. And it doesn't feel just overly cakey and like it's weighing me down or anything like that. Or like it's weighing me down or anything like that. But it just, I can tell that it's there. And again, I don't like how sticky it is. So those are my first impressions. I'm going to finish cleaning myself up and kind of work with my face a little bit, as this was the only face product that I had, and move on to the next item. I pretty much finished my face. I didn't really do any bronzer or contouring just because that foundation was a little bit dark for me. I didn't want to make my face even darker. I will say, as predicted with the translucent powder, the foundation does feel much better as far as stickiness goes, but to be fair, I put quite a bit on, not only to try to brighten and highlight my face as well to counteract the darkness of the foundation, but to really sink into the foundation, get rid of that stickiness, and it worked. A couple other points though, as I was putting on my concealer, there was still a lot of pink around my cheeks, and again, I have very rosy cheeks, so I don't even try to put a lot of blush right on the apples. I try to stick a little bit more to the outer corner because I know I'm gonna get flushed on my cheeks and the apples anyway. And so I did see that it wasn't quite full coverage after all of that, so that might have been because of the concealer with it mixing something didn't mesh right, or again something with the translucent powder, but that was the thing I noticed. The other downside I noticed was that it showed a lot of my texture, and I did prime, and the primer I used, it says it tries to fill in your pores, and I know not all primers are absolutely wonderful with this, and honestly the Covergirl isn't the best option for it, but it still highlighted a lot of texture around my sides of my face and where the pores are, and that's not even including the highlighter I put on. That was prior to that. But I do like the foundation, don't get me wrong. Especially for the price, I like it. Once I did the full face and I had the translucent powder, it felt much better. So I think I'll have to kind of wear it for a while, see if it is oily at all, because it feels kind of sticky, or it did feel sticky, so I want to kind of see how it wears. And moving on from the color, beyond that not quite matching, there were some downsides to it as well. So I'm just going to kind of wait and see it out for the day, and I'll put what my reviews are into the description box after I've worn it for a little while, just to kind of give you an update. But moving on from that, I do have my next product. I did my eyeshadow as well. I just did a very basic look because I didn't have a Covergirl product that was new for that. So I just kept it very neutral, didn't really go crazy with the colors or the smokiness or adding eyeliner or anything like that. I just wanted to kind of get that done so I could show you this, which is the new Covergirl Total Tease Mascara. And it's a little bit different from their other ones in the sense that it has a little ball at the tip of it, and it says that that is to help keep the inner and outer corners separated, but it's supposed to lengthen and volumize And let's see, it says denses, longs, or I'm sorry, I was reading the wrong language. It says full, long, refined, sexy teased lashes. So I was kind of excited to try this out, although I wasn't really sure how to use that tip. But I suppose you're just supposed to use the wand like normal. So that's what we're gonna do. And then go back in with this side to really fan out that inner corner. Oh, I kind of like that, you guys. I just got a little crazy and got on the edge of my eye a little bit. But moving on from that, it's not super clumpy to begin with. And I can definitely see a difference of the before and after. Sorry, apparently I can't talk and put on mascara at the same time. I think it definitely volumized too, and it's not super clumpy. I don't know, what do you guys think so far? You can tell from now before a few minutes ago when I didn't have mascara. I like it. I think that that is a great mascara. I like the formula. It wasn't very clumpy. It went on smoothly, and I like that extra tip because honestly it did make it easier to get into the corner without worrying about the rest of the bristles hitting the rest of the eyelashes and making them clump, or you know, kind of messing up that look, or doing what I did a little bit and getting to the top of your eye on the brow bone. But I think that I like it. I think that's a good one. So if you guys have tried this so far, let me know in the comment section what you think. Actually, if you've tried any of the products I'm mentioning today, let me know and what you think of them. But I'm a big fan of that one, and I would let you guys know if I wasn't, just like I did with the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Retro Mascara. Oh, that was awful. But this I really like. So big thumbs up from me. The last items I have to show you, and I'm not obviously going to put both of them on, well, maybe I will, are the new Melting Pout gel liquid lipsticks. So I got two different colors here. I got 105 and 110 just to try out the product. I was a little curious. Oh, that's a pretty color. So that is shade 105. See if there is a name on here. I don't actually see a name, but the tip of it is kind of that felt spongy tip, just like the Too Faced melted, oh my gosh, I am drawing a blank, you guys. The Too Faced melted lip product, you probably know what I'm talking about. It's got that same type of applicator on them. And this one right here is the shade 110. I really like the colors right here. They are thicker though, because I guess they're the gel liquid lipstick, so they're thicker than what the Too Faced product is. So I think I'm gonna go in with 110. And we'll test it out for real. So it's funny, as I'm putting this on, I noticed that on my hand you can even see maybe it's a little clumpy right here, like it was a little thicker. But as I'm putting it on, it's actually kind of thin as far as the texture and the consistency. So this is the Melting Pout Gel Liquid Lipstick. It feels like a lip gloss, but not as thick actually. So it's thinner, and it's obviously, as you can see, not matte, and it's not drying like matte liquid lipsticks are, but it is thinner than a lip gloss. It doesn't have a little bit of stickiness, that when you put your lips together, you can feel them kind of pulling apart. They do glide easily. I put 105 in the middle to kind of see not only how they mix together, but how they build. And it just kind of blended in, which is nice when you're trying to create an ombre look. And you don't want like anything defined, which that's not really my style, so I do like it. But when I look into my lips up close, I can kind of see my lip, and I know that sounds kind of weird, but I'm just meaning it's not super pigmented and it's not like super covering. So you'd probably want to go in a little bit more. And the only thing I don't like about those applicators is they're a little bit harder to control when you try to push the product out. Sometimes it comes out too much or sometimes not enough, so it's kind of unpredictable in that respect. But I love the colors, and honestly I do like the feel of them. It's a nice in between a lip gloss and a lipstick, because lipsticks it's still more gliding and than even a regular lipstick, much less a matte liquid lipstick where it dries down and it just kind of feels like nothing's even on. So I do like the product. You do just have to be careful and kind of practice with it until you get a feel for the control of it if you haven't used this type of product before, and you do have to kind of layer it up a little. So there you guys have it. That is all the products I have to show for you. The only other new product that I know Covergirl has right now are the eyebrow products, where they kind of have the 3 different shades, and one's for highlighting or in smoothing out, one's for filling in, and the like. But my store where I got these, I don't know how it's possible, but they were out of them, so I'm sorry I don't have that to show you. But I do know that these other products are pretty new to the Covergirl line. Overall, I do like the lipsticks and I do like the mascara. I'm kind of wishy-washy on the foundation, so I will let you guys know again in the description box what my final thoughts are as far as the foundation. But in the meantime, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up if you liked this particular video. And again, if you've tried any of these products or you have other products that you know are new that I should try, please let me know in the comment section. I love trying new makeup, new lines, whether it's an indie brand, drugstore, high-end, whatever it is, just let me know. I love it all. But again, don't forget to subscribe. I know I already said it, just reminding you because I know I've said some things since then. But in the meantime, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.